James Van Der Beek, he died. He passed away on a February 11th at the age of 48. So we grew up. Dawson's Creek was on TV and stuff. I never watched it. The only thing I probably watched James Van Der Beek in is The Rules
Angus.
of Attraction. Angus? He's in
Angus
Angus?
was the movie I knew him from because I really liked that movie, Angus, dude. Yeah, fuck yeah, man. I liked that movie. It was a guilty pleasure. Yeah, it's
I don't
about
think
a
I've ever
fucking
watched it.
outcast, nerdy kid that nobody likes becoming a bro. I felt like Angus, man, you know, and then James Van Der Beek
Yeah.
was the chief bad guy in that movie. Plus, it had a really good Green Day song in it, Jason Andrew Relva. I fucking love that song.
I've heard Angus had a really good soundtrack.
It does. That's really good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
For a movie made in 1996, it didn't do very well, but it did really good. It had the girl from Jurassic Park in it, and James Van Der Beek, and fucking the Shermanator was in it as his best friend, and Kathy Bates is in it, I think. Yeah, Kathy Bates is his mom. But it was a fucking charming movie, dude. It was good. It was, but that was, and then Dawson's Creek, was his big thing. But I always thought it was funny seeing him pop up as like a cameo, not necessarily a cameo, but like I watched Modern Family. He was in 2 or 3 episodes of that. I watched How I Met Your Mother. He was in 2 or 3 episodes of that. And whenever he would do these bit parts, he always knocked it out of the fucking park, man. Like it was always, but to truth be told, I wouldn't say that beyond Dawson's Creek that I saw him much. But again, beyond those, like, I don't know how prolific he was, but that might be because I just wasn't paying attention.
Well, I think he's probably in like direct-to-video stuff. He probably had like a steady career in that. Really, all I know him from is that I actually watched was that The Rules of Attraction. It was based on a book written by the author of American Psycho, and he actually plays, you know how Patrick Bateman, he's played by, what's his fucking face? Christian Bale. James Van Der Beek's character is Patrick Bateman's brother in that movie. So it's kind of like got a connection to American Psycho. And it's been years since I've seen it. It's directed by Roger Avary, who is Quentin Tarantino's buddy. And it's really got that Pulp Fiction flair. I think he helped write a little bit of Pulp Fiction, but he also wrote the first Silent Hill movie, Roger Avary. Actually, I saw Roger Avary just a few months ago. When I went to that horror convention, and you could just like walk through and see the celebrities. He's just like chilling there in the corner by his table. But I should have got a copy of Rules of Attraction to get signed by him. But yeah, that's what I'm mostly. And it was a good performance. It's, I think, a movie I need to revisit though. It's like, but instead his family launched a GoFundMe fundraiser, surpassed 1.5 million in 48 hours. The money is for medical debt and essential living expenses to keep them in their home. He had a 2-year battle with cancer, and his pursuit of non-covered experimental and alternative treatments repeatedly depleted their savings. So, and then I just read this morning that they just decided to buy a $4.5 million home like a month ago or something. So I don't know what the deal is with that, but I'm not going to touch that.
The guy was selling off his own memorabilia like 3 months ago to pay for stuff. But I was literally talking to Kevin about that at work. I was like, I'm not trying to talk shit on anybody, but it sounds like there was some very poor financial decisions made if somebody as prolific as him, or not prolific, but I mean, he had more money than anybody else to be able to get some cancer treatments, I would think. But then, if he's doing whatever you said, homeopathic stuff or whatever, like, some of these people that do all these, I don't know when people are just going to wake up and understand that, hey, did you see Steve Jobs? He thought eating carrots was going to cure him of cancer. Didn't work. You see this other girl who thought that the sun I'm going to stand out naked and the sun's going to cure my cancer. That didn't work. It's like, I don't know. Obviously I didn't want the poor motherfucker to die or anything and leave behind 6 kids. He had like 6 kids, right? And, his wife and stuff like that. But at the same time, I don't know what kind of life they're living or how they're spending their money. So if that's what had to happen, that sucks. But Also, I think the bigger thing is make sure you're getting fingered in the butt to make sure you don't have colon cancer and shit, for real. I'm not trying to make a meme. Like next year, I got to get that done because I'll be 45 and that's when you're supposed to start getting that shit.
I want to bring that up here in a second. I don't know, like I said, I don't know their finances or anything, but to me, it seems like unless you're a billionaire, you could go fucking bankrupt for medical bills. It's fucking ridiculous. Sure. And yeah, it's just like this financial toxicity of like cancer, like even a Hollywood star with, the cost of late stage care can be like, it can ruin you financially and your family. It's fucked up. The age barrier of, so 45, you get to, like the official screening age was lowered from 50 to 45 in 2021. But it's like, I don't know. It seems like this colorectal and even like bowel cancer, it seems to be hitting us younger and younger. Like I'm fucking scared about it, and that's why I'm always looking at my shit after I take a shit. I'm like, is there blood?
I got am I having diarrhea all the time? Because I want to make sure I'm getting it all out. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. There's a lot of problems because our diets are all fun. It doesn't even matter if you eat good. Like, just a lot of the stuff you can get, unless you're literally only buying bananas at Whole Foods or whatever. Every fucking thing in America has sugar in it. Everything, and then as there's a lot of problems. I'm not saying I sit here, I'm physically fit or I take care of myself. Obviously, if I'm drinking vodka straight out of the bottle, I don't. But what I mean is, like, I'm smart enough to understand where the problems are. And if you're reading these same things I'm reading about with that stuff, it's gonna get bad. And all the toxins and stuff like that. We talk about the microplastics and just God,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, your body can't digest shit like that.
Yeah, colorectal cancer is now the #1 cause of cancer death for Americans under 50. And people are getting it younger. Like I thought at 40 I would have got one of those tests, but it's like, nope, it's 45 and they won't cover unless you're showing symptoms.
Exactly, because I asked to get it done before 45, and they're like,
I did
you gotta wait till you're 45 or insurance won't cover it. Yep.
Fucking stupid. And then it says an early onset rot. I mean, this is like affecting our generation, and it apparently from this source it says diagnoses in people ages 20 to 39 are projected to increase by 90% by 2030. Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know. It scares the shit out of me, that whole, like, that's why I'm always like paranoid about when I go to the bathroom. Like, it sounds disgusting, but
as long as you're fucking cognizant about it, Wes, you're doing the right thing. I mean, you don't want to get overboard and start like pulling your shit apart while it's in the toilet floating. Be like, hey man, what's that? And seeing metal slivers and shit. No, don't do that. But I mean, for real though, there's no reason to not be. You should be scared.
Yeah,
and we all, because that's how you fucking, if people weren't, there's a lot. That's the other thing too, is a lot of this stuff is preventable if you're paying attention to what your body's doing. That's weird. That's all right. Whenever I turned 30, that's when I started having like the GERD issues and all these other issues. And man, like I would get these esophageal spasms. I thought I was having a fucking heart attack, dude. Like, cause you don't know when you don't feel anything like that, and then you just have this massive, huge pain in your chest that don't go away and you can't fucking breathe. You're like, oh, I'm coming home, Martha. You know what I mean? Like, that was at 30 for me. Now I've got to treat it or whatever, but so you have to, if you're not, but I wasn't like, it's nothing. I sure the fuck wasn't like that. I went to the hospital a lot to make sure things were okay with me. And I go to the hospital now, my blood pressure's high. That's probably because I drink more than I did when I was in my 30s. So I have to pay attention to that, and things like that. But that's the thing, is that's my responsibility. That's on me. So for you to think that you're being paranoid, you're not being paranoid. You're being concerned, which you should be, because other people depend on you too. You got kids, you got Penny and that dog, Maggie dog, so you got to fucking,
Yeah, and I think about like diet and stuff, and everything. Like the trendy thing is protein. We're gonna put fucking protein in everything, and protein is good protein, but it's like fiber and vegetables and fruits, like that's important too. And that's probably, might be part of it. Like people are not getting enough fiber. It's like that should be the next trend. Get some colon blow cereal. There you go.
Some peanuts. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. R.I.P. James Van Der Beek.